Here we go again, you think by now I know better. Locked in my head, romanticizing forever. Last love I found, knees met the ground and all my roses died. Swore I was through, but looking at you, I think I changed my mind. Yeah, let's fall in love for the fun of it. Dive in at first and all of it. Oh, what a rush, looking into your eyes, playing it off like it's different this time. Let's break our own hearts for the fun of it. One look and I'm dying to run the risk. I'll live in your head for the rest of your life. Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? My God, don't we look good together? I should be running away, but so what, whatever. Oh, last love I found, knees met the ground and all my roses died. Swore I was through, but looking at you, I think I changed my mind. Yeah, let's fall in love for the fun of it. Dive in at first and all of it. Oh, what a rush, looking into your eyes, playing it off like it's different this time. Let's break our own hearts for the fun of it. One look and I'm dying to run the risk. I'll live in your head for the rest of your life. Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? Oh, won't you be my
Hello everyone, it's Cathy Zilski. Welcome back to my channel and my studio and my weekly live stream. Cathy makes a card. Yes, I am wearing my hair down just to try it out, but I'm going to tell you what, it's right here. It's right here, okay? Welcome everyone. This is the time I go live every week. And you know, I was thinking I wanted to share why I don't go live at night, because I was actually talking about live streaming with my friend Mindy Egan earlier. And you know, it's because my workday is the daytime, and nighttime I am not at my best. I have never ever been an after 5 effective worker, if you will. And so that's why I don't go live in the evening. And I know a lot of people can't make my lives because of work. I totally get that, because this is my work. So I'm lucky that I get to go to my own live stream. So, but don't never say never. You know, I can work some in, like I'll do some special summer evening extravaganzas. How does that sound? It's good to see you here. I got to say hi to Beth and Emma, my moderators, who will help answer questions as we are live today. And I think with that, we're going to get into today's project, because got a couple things to show you. But first, I have to tell you a funny story. And hopefully he doesn't mind me telling you this. I was texting, I was voice dictating that I was going to be using products from Concord and Ninth and Kristina Werner. And when I read back through what it was about to post as the caption on Instagram, they always spell Kristina's name wrong. But instead of Concord and Ninth, it said Concord and Night. I left it because I didn't have time, because I had to get ready for this live stream. And then I texted Greg. I'll just tell you what I said. Hold on. I gotta figure it out. There's my face. No, this is my phone. Trust me. I said to Greg, sorry, it's worth it, I promise. I said, funny. I was dictating Concord and Ninth, and it auto-corrected to Concord and Night. And I figured that that would be a good name for your adult after-hours Concord and Ninth crafting show, not suitable for work, 18 plus. Concord and Night. So I basically spoon-fed him the idea. Greg, I hope you don't mind this. Greg responds with a scene. Opens up with Greg crafting in a marmalade negligee. The only light in the room is the lamp on his work surface, saxophone ambient in the background. I am dead. Greg is very funny and a good human, and so there you go. All right, let's get to the table today, speaking of Greg, because we're also going to talk about a card that I shared on Instagram, but I'm going to be using some new products from Kristina Werner today. So today on Instagram, we are celebrating the launch of the new release, but also the new colors. And the color that I am currently obsessed with is the new Plumberry. So I made this card, oh gosh, I think I made this while I was watching Gina K the other night, and used Plumberry, Ballet Slipper, and Briar Rose together, and I have never loved a color combo more. So I'm going to use the same color combo today in ink for the card that I'm going to create. But this is using, and I just started packaging and labeling, I think this is called Pattern Play, and it gives you this panel and you can fill it in as you will. I've seen a number of really cool card examples on Concord and Ninth's website, which they always have launch videos that really show you how the products work, and I always appreciate that. So this is the card that I made for that Instagram hop, and this is from Kristina. This one I haven't even had a chance to package yet, but this is the Loved and Happy dies. I think they are wonderful. They're good sized dies, and I'm going to use the same greeting for my card today. So I just wanted to show you that. I added some of the supplies to my main list, but I love this card. It's so sturdy and cool. All right, you can stop admiring your work now, Kathy. Let's get over here. All right, I'm gonna bring some ink brushes in. So today I am going to use Kristina's new Long Line Leaves stamp set and the coordinating stencil. Now, the cool thing about this stencil is it allows you to individually color this leaf. This here can color this leaf, and then you can make a whole set of backgrounds and good things with this. However, this also works with a background stamp, which I'm not using today. It's somewhere here. It is this one. So when you look at this stamp set, 'cause it took me a minute to figure this out. This is the exact same size leaf that's in there, and so you can also use this to color. But I just wanted to keep it a little simpler today because I love a big leaf, and hopefully you will love a big leaf as well. Okay. But yes, Greg and I were chatting, and we both agree that Plumberry is main character energy, as they say. All right. Now, another thing that I did is I stamped first, and I want to talk about what I did. Oh, there's some more of my hair. See, this is why I pull it back, people. I pull it back, but you know what? We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. I can do it for a little while. Someone last week said, they left a comment and said, "You'd be so pretty if your hair was down." I'm like, thank you. I don't think they worded it like that, but I love those kind of compliments. I digress. Okay. I've heard them all. I've heard them all, people. Okay. Oh, yes. And as Beth, it's my son. And, hey, I'm live streaming right now. Can I call you back? Are you okay? Okay. Everything's good. Okay. I'll call you back. Bye. Okay. So I'm so sorry. My son is on the road right now with his band. That is the only reason I took the call, because 2 days ago, the band broke down in Cincinnati and they had to miss some of their shows. I just wanted to make sure he was okay. I'm sure he was asking to spend money on something. So you just saved me some time. My son is on tour with his band. It's not everyone's music, but if I remember, I will actually put a link in the description to a video that they just did on a local radio station, because their new album, I'm just going to say it, the first song has Bauhaus vibes, and it is my jam. Not all of it, but if you want to see I'll pop a link in the description. I don't want to post it on social media because I don't want him thinking that my mom is pimping me out. Those days have flown. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's talk about ink. I pre-stamped these, and the reason I have these two out is I wanted to have a very inky, non-dye ink blackness to the piece that I'm working on. And so I stamped these this morning so they would have ample time to dry. I mean, they dry faster than that, right? This side, there's an A. That is the Ultinu Obsidian, and this side is the VersaFine Clair. These are both such dark inks. That I just wanted it to be really inky and black. Now, my impression that I got from the Ultinu is a little crisper, only in the sense that, and I will show you this if I can zoom in. And maybe some of you have had this happen to you. Do you see how it's there's like little extra splatters in there, almost like like I slapped it down too hard. I don't know if I did, but I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna go with the other one that I did with the Altenew. Just wanted to show that. And I needed it to dry. They do both look great, so I'm gonna save this for later if I wanna make a second card. And we're gonna get started ink blending. But yes, the Sun's on tour. They're gonna be playing in Brooklyn. They're gonna be playing in Athens, Georgia. I'm jealous about that. I wish I was going to Athens, Georgia. Actually, that's not true. I don't like leaving my house, but just in theory, to be in the hallowed ground where REM formed and the B-52s, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Roberta, it does. It almost looks like they're fuzzies, and I'm not sure why this one that I'm going to use today did not do that, but it didn't. So, here's the thing. It is just paper, right? Oh, Michelle, I don't know what the name of the club is. This is too small. I don't want this one. I want a bigger one. The band is called New Confusion on Instagram. I think New Confusion Band. Let me grab a different mat. This isn't the one I want. I'm going to grab this because it's a little wider. Okay, this is the Gina K one, and I don't have it linked in my description, but the reason I like this is because she did do the double duty, right? And I did just say duty, but D-U-T-Y. Don't nobody call me out for saying you just said duty. It's got that pattern on both sides, but you flip it over, and it's an awesome grip mat. So I think that's really smart design, and I will add that later. Okay, so we're going to ink blend, and we're going to use the same colors that I used for my card that I put here somewhere, because I just want to show you what the inks look like, because they're so, so beautiful. And true story, I very rarely use Ballet Slipper, and I very rarely use Briar Rose, but doing this card kind of made me see them in a different light. And I think it's really interesting how if you don't try something that, well, how do I word this? I didn't know these were supposed to work together until I saw this picture that Concord and Ninth posted and showed them as a trio. And I'm like, ding! All of a sudden my mind was like, oh, that looks really good. So that's the point of today, is using the inks for this. All right, let's get you guys out of the way. So, Jules Not Tools, let's pick you up. There we go. So I'm going to stencil this, and here's what I started with. I stamped this kind of how I want it to look. And I have not made a card from this yet, so I'm hoping this works. But I wanted it to bleed, extend off the edge. And I am going to use the same color combo on all leaves, even though it's divided up very nicely. So you have, are they numbered? I don't think it really matters. I'm going to start with this one, and we are going to line it up. And we're going to do 3 colors on each leaf. Singular. Give me a second here with my hair down. I can't see very well. Just kidding. It's fine. Is it though? I never wear it down. Also, something I learned from Kristina herself is to be mindful when you're taking a big stamp off of the sheet, because you really can stretch it. So I've been very much more, what's the word? Delicate. I used to just like rip stamps off, like, like that. And yeah. Okay. I am going to just make sure that I don't get a little wild up here. Now, I'm going to start with my lighter color, and that is Ballet Slipper. Have my little ink stand. I noticed something the other day. My inkstand is not as dirty as some people, and I don't know. I think it's because I'm too much of a neatnik. I gotta get it darker, Jenna Helms, I too am having a hard time focusing right now because of my hair, but you know what? It's gonna be fine. I did get it cut recently, so it is a little shorter than usual. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. The gray on the other card is, I actually think it might be, hold on, I'll tell you. I can answer that. And you know why I can answer that? Because I swatch all my cardstocks. Let's just take a quick look. I think it is Pebble. Yep, you're correct. That is Pebble. Sorry, I saw that question floating. And Pebble. Thank you, swatch ring. Okay. Okay, let's go now. Let's relax. Hey, Brianne, good to see you here as I use your lovely inkstand. Did you know you can sing all of your supplies? Well, you can. Now, ballet slipper, I have had this since the days of yore. It probably could use a re-inking, but we're just going to add this to all the leaves, right? It's a light pink. My favorite pink from Concord and Ninth is Pink Lemonade. I mean, if I could just have that everywhere all the time, I think I would be, well, it would be very Pink Lemonade-y. But ballet slipper, I think, is one that I forget about. And I have now rediscovered it, and I feel pretty good about that. I feel good about myself. Okay, see, that's the point of crafting. Here's another hot tip too. You know, if you use these pigment inks like the Altenew or the VersaFine Claire, you gotta let them dry before you bring in these light colors because you could smear. You can heat set them. I learned that from my friend Jennifer McGuire, who is also going live today, and I believe is going to be showing you some very cool things with Concord and Ninth. I will be watching while I work on the magazine. I work for the magazine. Okay, so now we're going to come in with our second color, which is Briar Rose. I am going to use the brush for this, even though I'm going to have to wipe this brush off again. I'm going to tap a little because I don't want it to come in fiery hot, but we're going to add this as the second color. Okay. And try to maintain a little bit of the lightness. You know, interesting. Speaking of ink blending, I was watching Mindy Egan this morning, and she did things that I would never think to do, like bringing in a black on something that was colorful to deepen a base. And just the hand that she blends with really is, well, it's pretty good, Mindy. I'm not gonna lie. But we're just bringing this in so that we get a little bit of a glow like that. I'm gonna keep it back a bit. All right. Yeah, that's probably good. I can make one lighter and one darker. However it goes, it's gonna go. Now we're gonna bring in the new, the Plumberry. It's so beautiful. It's such a warm, deep purple, and I'm going to use one of my smaller flat brushes from Gina K. I bought 2 packs of them. They're fantastic. Really like the handle size. I like the flat head. I like the size of the head. It's kind of that nice little medium, hits the ground right where you want it. But here, because this is such a hot and fiery little salsa, I'm gonna tap quite a bit off and really start off before I bring it in. Now I realize my hand's kind of in the way here because I want this to be dark, really dark at the base, and I'll just come up a little like that, just a little. But gosh, it's pretty, and just the depth of this color is, oh, I love it. I love it. And to think people once thought that I didn't like purple. That was a rumor that was going around. There's a lot of things said about me, and one of them, the most hurtful, that I didn't like purple. Okay, so see how that comes in? It just, oof. Now, what I might do on the next set of leaves is get a little more Briar Rose going up. So these have a bit of difference, you know what I mean? So they don't look like they're all exactly the same. Of course, the way this stencil is set up, you could mix all kinds of colors and have them be different, and that would be a choice you could make. All right, get out of my face hair. We're fine. We're fine. One day I'm going to show up on a live stream and my hair is going to be completely shorn to the shortest nub, and people will be like, wow, so that happened. But that's not today. All right. See, this is such a firecracker. You can just keep picking it up off of your work surface if you have a slick surface. And I think, oh, maybe I'll take a little more there. Bringing it in like that. And then if you feel like it, you can just do a quick sweep. A quick sweep. I just don't want to see how I twist. Patented that technique. All right, I think that's really nice, and I think that's dark enough at the bases for this. All right, and I'm going to keep that ink there because I don't believe I need to change it, but I'm going to grab a little alcohol here and clean this stencil off. Also, thanks for joining me today. I hope that you're all off to a great week and you know that you're hanging in there, and isn't that pretty? It's different, it's deep, and I really like that. All right, we're gonna spritz with some alcohol. I actually am using this mister right now because I needed an extra alcohol and I never use that mister for water. So it's just like the Hero Arts mist thing, and works great for alcohol too. All right, stencil relatively clean. And now we'll bring in number 2. Yes, Barb, it's glowy, is it not? That's the highest compliment for an ink blender. Glowy. Now it takes me a minute here. One of the things that I do appreciate about this stencil though is how chunky the lines are. And that will help me. See, my head's got to get in the way. Look at all you can see is hair now. Oh my gosh, Kathy, so much hair. Oh, there we go. Oh, it slipped. Are we still there? Are we still lined up? I think we got to come in a little and up a little. I don't want to have any white halo effect here. You know what I mean? Okay, I think that's good. All righty. Let's go here again, just to protect it. And because I'm, because I'm me, I'm going to do that. Okay, let's go back to the other color. Oh, I just saw Nikki Wright. I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully you can craft with things you have and get some stress relief, because man, yeah, losing jobs is some real stuff. Okay. Not good stuff. Okay. Are you taking bets on the hair? You know what? I'm going to wear it down the whole way now just so people lose their bets. Okay, we're coming back to the ballet slipper. And I got as much of that briar rose off as I could. And this is Stencil 2. And we'll bring this in. It's a really easy stencil to use with this stamp. And yeah, I just think a big leaf can be such a fun background. And, there we go. Michael Koenig just asked me a funny question or posted, how do I keep it so PG? Listen, I'm going to tell you how I keep it PG. Here's the thing. I am 59 years old. I'm not afraid to tell my real age, but I have been working in the craft industry for a very long time. And in that time, when I first started out, I was in the scrapbook world. And I remember, stop me if you've heard this one before. I remember going to a trade show in Arizona. And now I'm going to move on to my next color. And there I was, this little short-haired, cigarette smoking, potty-mouthed lady going out on the show to have outside to have a smoke. And I remember thinking at the time, looking around at all the other teachers and thinking, wait, nobody's doing this except me. So I realized, in the name of professionalism, I should try to fit in. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think I just took the corporate stance of, I'm going to fit into my environment. I'm going to blend to the best that I can. And I'm bringing in briar rose now. So that's what I did. And I think I just figured at that time, most of the people I work with are Mormon and they don't swear a lot. So maybe I should tamp that down. I've always had a good sense of read the room, So I read the rooms. So YouTube is a room that I read very well. And also if I was a sassy girl, I would have a different advertising structure. And so that's, people can be really randy on their channels and swear. But I do not, because I've learned how to edit myself. And that, my friends, is your takeaway today. No, I don't know if that's a takeaway or not, but we're just blending out, and I am going to get a little more briar rose on here, just a little more, okay? So these ones will be a tiny bit darker. Coming out with that and just blending that out. Okay, easy peasy breezy. That's right, Joanne Colombo. I'm going to be a civil lady. I know how to be civil. I know decorum. I worked corporate America for a good, well, no longer than that. I worked 1989 to 1999. I was a corporate lady working in a corporation, doing corporate things, wearing off-white hosiery. Come on. Come on, that is amazing. Yep. The old eggshell hosiery. Yep, that was my life. And so I learned a lot about workplace etiquette. And I feel like it serves you well. It serves you well. You can read a room and figure out where you're going to be, how you're going to fit in. It's not just reading rooms. There we go. Okay, see how we're coming in here? And that's looking good too. I do want to make sure we're dark enough here so that when I bring in, I'm going to give you some options for greeting background, and you'll see that in a minute because I did do some pre-die cutting. But I just think this is so pretty. That Plumberry, baby. And I'm bringing it up a little. I don't know why. I don't really know about light. I cracked up so hard when Gina K was talking about how there's 9 different suns in her studio, so light can be coming from anywhere. That's kind of how I approach it too. And that seems to work just fine. Okay, so we're just doing that, okay? Nice and dark in those little bases. That is our blending for today. But we're not done. We're not done. Okay, let's close you. Keep the inks nearby, and we'll do this. Let's cover you up so I can clean that first. Wipe it off. I do think reading the room is an important skill to have for anyone, Definitely. That if I put it this way, I don't know how my work life will go for the next 5 years, but hopefully I will never have to have an interview again. I will never have to update my resume again. But one of the things I could add to it, if I had to go back into corporate culture, or even just to go to work for a design firm, which I would be so behind the times, it would be insane. But I could say on my resume, 1, under unique skills and talents, dot, bullet, know how to read a room. Number 2, know how to talk and craft at the same time. I don't know, that could get me far. I'm just saying. All right, so how pretty is that? I do still have a resume. Haven't had to update it in a long time. But that is the color. That's those colors. I just think that I did this, and this is beautiful. And I am not known. I mean, people know me for making some cards. Oh yeah, Maggie Blair. And I also write, I know how to boop. And they wouldn't know what that meant, but I would know. And that would be all that matters. Okay, I think this looks really great. And now I am going to do some freehand stamping. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. Cathy, oh, Elmo. Okay, I'm going to tuck it behind my ear. I want to use some of these built-in little splatter, you name it, tomato. We're going to add some to the card. Now, I feel like I should have left it on the grip mat. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Let's do that, because then at least it'll hold it in place. I don't think I need to use my Misty for this because sometimes it feels really good. By the way, let's move that up a little so it's a little more in the shot. Sometimes it feels really good to, just do the thing. Do the thing. I have done all of my children's resumes because I'm a graphic designer. And that's one of the benefits about having a mom with All right, I'm going to take little guys off here. And I think I will start with this one. Now, here's what I think I will do. I'm just going to pop it on this little block. I'm going to take, I kind of want to do the darker on, let me start with Briar Rose. Or do I want to do Plumberry? See, I want to feature Plumberry here, so we're going to start with Plumberry. I'm kind of winging it, people. So, wish me luck. Here's the thing, though, with the little splatters. You're going to be, unless I drop it. Look at that. I just did that all by myself. Pick it up lightly, pick a spot, and go like that. I feel magical right now. Okay, let's do that again. I like this shape, so I think I'm going to do 3 of, maybe this here, like that. Just super basic. Okay. I think it's a good thing to occasionally pull out a block and stamp because it'll remind you, I know how to, I can do this, but especially for something like this, I'm going to take this little, that guy there. I think that one's really cute. Yeah, just to play. I mean, you could do the whole background. It's totally, that's where splattering and spattering get kind of fun. But I do want, now I'll bring in the Briar Rose. And of course, I'm just doing a collection of 3 because 3 is a magic number. How about we do this one right there? And the thing is, even if I didn't get a great impression, it wouldn't matter. Wouldn't matter, right? Because we are, and actually, let me move that this way. We're just having fun. Like that. Just bringing those colors out and living our lives. How do I want to do? You know what? I think I'm going to do it right there. Like that. I think that looks really cute. I think that looks really cute. Now, I don't think I'm going to add any ballet slipper in because it's light and I don't think I need to. I just want it a little. And for now, this is the panel as it stands, but I definitely wanted to stamp that Plumberry to see what it looks like when it dries back. So we'll put our inks up here for now. I think I am mostly done with them. Okay, it's, oh, where's my, here we go. All right, now we're gonna take a little sip of coffee because, you know, we heated it up. It's so good. I've mentioned this before, but I get sad when it's afternoon and I know that coffee time's gonna end soon. That just bums me out. I know some people drink coffee all day, but I do know that if I did, I don't think I would be able to stay up all night. Okay. Or I think I'd be staying up all night. I think you know what I meant to say. So here's what we're going to do. Let's lift you up. And again, I'm just going to gently, I might do this as full panel. Okay. I may. And because, you know, sometimes that's what we do. But today we're going to grab our little gluey glue. Okay. And, oh, is this kind of, well, it is kind of dirty, but it'll be fine. And I'm going to glue together 3 of the You Are Loves. And then we're going to take a look at both Briar Rose and the Plumberry as the base. I think the Plumberry is going to be my preference, but I want you to take a look at it and see. Because I love how much space this takes up. And I don't know if I want to cut it into a panel, so we'll see. But first, I need some liquid glue. And I guess we'll just do it this way. Okay, I'll just start here and work my way down. Come on, glue. There we go. I could do spray glue with this and that would be really quick, but I really am trying to stay away from spray glue. I love it. As a graphic designer, we used to use spray glue. Oh my gosh, spray mount it was called. Loved that stuff. But I probably have little bits floating in my body that will never absorb, so that's another reason I try to avoid it. All right, we're coming around the mountain. I love how Kristina designed the V to go all the way up and be part of the A. I think she's very talented, that one. And I'm grateful that I've worked with her as a designer when we worked together at Simon because I learned a lot from her. I've learned a lot from her about product design, and this is just so cool. Now let me see if I can actually do this correctly. Oh, by the way, I will be giving this card away if you want it. I just posted the winner of the card from 2 weeks ago that also featured a product from Kristina. And so if that is you, I emailed you, but now I can't remember who actually it was. But I will be giving this away too. Sometimes it takes me a little while to get around to mailing the winners, but it will happen. Let's just let that sit for a second. And yes, I will update my supply list. I just saw Roberta shared that I have it in my description. I have the waffle flower one in my description, which is also a great one. I did not pull that one when I said, oh, this is the wrong one. I actually pulled the narrower one, and I just wanted it to be a little bit wider. Okay, so we're going to add one more layer because we want it to be nice and thick. Nice and thick. Okay. And so here's a fun thing. While my son has been on tour, it has given my husband and I a glimpse into what a true empty nest will be. And it's just the same. Dinner, 7 o'clock rolls around and I say, you want to watch TV? And sometimes he says, yeah, I'd love to. And other times he's like, got too much to do. Because he's a teacher and he works all the time. So not much different. But hey, you know what? It's good to have someone to watch TV with. What did we just finish? We just finished, I don't think we finished anything yet. Never mind. We're still working on it. We watch Abbott Elementary, which is a charming show. And we watch Shrinking. We're about to finish Shrinking. Oh, we finished Severance. So we're kind of on a vibe. Okay, there's a little goopy. Okay, sorry, just chatting. Just chatting. Okay, there we go. Now, teachers are always on duty. Happy teach. My husband changed careers. He's now in his 8th year as a teacher. He left his 30-year career in coffee, which is still the company that I get my coffee from. They changed into a different company. But anyway, he works every night, every night before dinner, a little bit after dinner, and it has given me a new appreciation for public school teachers and teachers in general. They work very hard. They work harder than me. Oh, Candace. Yes, I should say there are a lot of shows that I watch that he doesn't because he falls asleep by 8:15 and I stay up till about 10:30 and that's when I watch my shows and The Pit is one of them. Noah Wiley, come on. I mean, there's something about it that it is special. It's really quite good. And all right, there we are. So let's take a look. The thing is, I like TV shows. Oh, and yes, I just finished The White Lotus. I will say this. Wasn't my favorite season. Even though I loved the cast, wasn't my favorite season. But it was good. The finale was good. I won't say anything more. I enjoyed it. But all right, I want you to take a look at this while I grab some foam tape. Mm-hmm. All right, come here now. So we're going to be popping this up, and I feel like in order to truly see what it looks, well, here we go. I want to use this on this card, and I probably do want it to be centered. The reason I think that the Plumberry is going to be best is because it really ties it together and anchors it. Yeah, that's my gut feeling, and this will pop up, so we'll have a little separation. But I did cut one of these because I thought, what if it would look cute? Oh, what about that? That's cute. What if I did this? See, okay, it changes it. I don't think it has the same punch. I'm just going to say, you know what? I don't think it has the same punch. Okay. A little side note, and again, this is where I can multitask. I'm going to go with the darker one. I watched The Resident, Amy Adams. I loved it so much, but then something happened, and then I stopped watching it because I was bummed that I don't want to make any spoilers, but I loved it until I didn't love it anymore. Anyway, that's terrible. Okay, someone just asked me about colors. How do I know which colors to choose for the shadow and the sentiment? Okay, first of all, I'm going to tell you this. Black and white is never wrong. It's always a solid idea. I think what I tend to do is I do cut more than I need oftentimes. Like if I'm pre-designing something or if I'm working on a class, I will do multiple shadow layers, and try it with other combinations to see what is the best look. For example, this could have looked great with a black shadow layer and a gold or silver metallic cardstock. In this case, I feel that the the white is such a great strong contrast with Plumberry, and it's going to pick up the background of the card itself, that it just makes sense from a graphic standpoint and from a high contrast standpoint. So really, I mean, I do think, well, oops, did I just mess that up? Sometimes I think it's fun to do like a floating vellum one, but this one I didn't want to do vellum. Because I just thought I need this leafery, if you will, leaves, to recede from the greeting. So that's why I'm going to do it. Because if I was on vellum here, you would still, your mind would be looking at it and enjoying the leaf, but it might take away from the greeting itself. So that is my thinking. But here, oh yeah, baby. It's really allowing the "you are loved" to really shine, but also, and I think I'll come maybe down a little. It it ties it in together really well as well. So, okay, let's put this on now, and I need my tweezers that are clean. Also, I have a poll question, and I'm just going to take a peek at it. The only reason I asked that question is, I was just wondering what your least used supply is, and they only give you a choice of, I can only put 4 elements in there because, sometimes I think about the things that I don't use. And one of those things is, I have a lot of pastes. You don't do much with pastes right now, but it's just a thing. It's just a cycle. I mean, I don't have endless room in here. So sometimes I'm like, what can I move to the back bedroom? Because there's just things that I have not been using much of lately. Alcohol markers for me is a big one. I mean, I don't color that much. And that's just, that's kind of how it is. But we're going to add this on. I just don't want it to ooze. So I'm just drawing little outlines here, and we'll pop this on. I think, if I were to, it would be alcohol and pastes. Just don't use them that often. Amanda, have I ever watched The Blacklist? Is that with James Spader? Does that sound right? Is that his show? I don't think oh no, I don't want that to do that. I wanted it to be nice and clean. All right, hold on here. When I know I'm giving something away, I don't want it to turn out mucky. So let's get that out of the way. There we go. Okay, slide, get it in there. We're gonna erase you right there. I have never seen The Blacklist. I think there's a lot of TV shows I missed out on that are very good, and I love that because that means there's always things you can go back on with streaming. Okay, I think I'm mostly in place. Let's let this adhere. Okay. Now, here's what I don't know. I don't think I want to crop this. I thought about putting it on a Plumberry. Let me grab something to show you. All right, well, let's talk about cropping squares for a minute. Oh, I did watch the whole Downton Abbey. I loved it. Oh, yes, Donna Kingston, Paradise, man. I blew through that one, and I was like, what? After the first episode, I was like, what is going on here? So, yeah, really loved that show. Oh, Sterling K. Brown, man, he's so good. Okay. See, I don't think I want to crop it either because I feel like this could go right onto the card and be so pretty by itself. I could come in and do like if I did like this is 4 by 5 1/4, but that wouldn't really give me much. I could do what is the one I do a lot? And by the way, these are just the things I made so that I can play and crop. This is 3 3/4 by 5. I mean, if I do that, if I cropped that, it would go onto maybe a white note card, or maybe a Plumberry note card. That actually is not a bad crop. I'm kind of surprised. This is interesting because the leaf seems like it's so big. That's shocking to me. But I think to do it just full size, I mean, that's the thing. You always have choices that you can crop or not crop. Because I mostly always crop, I will take most of your advice, and I'm going to not crop it. So let me just get a note card prepped, and then we will add some bling, and we'll finish out our live for today. Let me turn off the butt cam so I can get up and walk around. Hold tight. All right. I'm going to crop something. Here we go. All right. Okay. All right. It's my face cam, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's bring this. I think did I cut it right? I hope so. Oh, I need to trim it just a little bit more. Let me bring my trimmer in. Hair's still down. I think someone should get an award for this. It just is a hair. It's a hair off, and that happens sometimes. All right. Let's just go. You're right there, and then you're just gonna go in that much. Let's try that. Right? We want that. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. All right. Let's get our bone folder. Let's get our tool. And we're gonna make this a full panel card. Hair down or hair off. Yeah, I know. Look at me. It's I did a little curl with it with a flat iron, and that was interesting because before I went live, I grabbed in the wrong place on the flat iron, and I removed my hand very quickly. And I'm glad that I did because it was very close to leaving a burn mark on my hand. All right, let's score this at 5.5. Like that. And we'll put you up here. Fold down. Looks good. And nice little press here. Now, people ask me about this little guy, and it's from rubberstamps.com. I learned about this watching Ralph Tyndall on Instagram. He had this, and I'm like, where'd you get that? And he's like, rubberstamps.com. Question, though, from Anna Lockhart. Refills are provided for me, yes. A lot of these companies that I work with, they give me things for free, which is really awesome. Thanks, Concord and Ninth. And yeah, I do have all refills as well. Oh my goodness. Corolla, thank you so much for the super chat. Even though you're living in the shadows, welcome to my world. I was going to wear a bright colored shirt, and instead I didn't. I just wore black because I'm like, listen, no matter what happens, that girl always lives in your soul. So, you know, sometimes you try to break out of your shell, but what are you going to do? Goth forever. Okay, let's pop this down and get my CZ design. So I just uploaded a vector file of my logo, and then they made it. And I think they're not like expensive, and you can buy re-inkers for these, but it's just clean and neat, and I don't have to think about it, and then it's done. And then everybody's happy. Okay. I mean, I think everybody's happy. I can't back that up for the world. Now, I want to make sure this is perfectly on the edge because I don't want it. You know what? I need to cut a tiny bit more. I know this is weird, and now this might not work, but let's do it. Let's just it literally needs to be a sliver. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we're good. All right, now let's do the great, there we go. I mean, now it might be a little, nope, I love it. Never mind. Let's do the great trick of use your score buddy to line it up. And I will just put some dot runner on the back here. I have my Gina K Designs. And Yes, I could trim it, but here's the thing. I know we too many people voted for no crop today, and you know what? You know what I like to say? Automatic for the people. Actually, that's not what I say. That's an REM album that I have actually been listening to lately. And anyone here from Georgia? Anyone? Has anyone here ever been to Weaver D's in Athens, Georgia? I'm just curious because that's their motto, and that's where REM got the idea to have an album called Automatic for the People. And my son might be going to Weaver D's when they're there. And Automatic for the People is just a great, great album. Weaver D. Okay. I was listening to it last week, and I don't listen to music a lot when I'm working because I kind of just need to focus and achieve. But Athens, man, I would like to go there someday, and it will happen. Okay, so yes, this could have, and I will. You know what? Just for fun, let's grab some. Oh, where is it? I'm gonna grab some Plumberry. I think you're gonna see my butt. I'm sorry. Where are you at, Plumberry? I can't find it. Oh no, that's Wildberry. Well, shoot. Where did I put it? Huh. Okay, I got it. Hold on. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Let's go and show you Plumberry. This is another thing. Libby Hickson could not agree with you more on that point. I'll tell you something about Michael Stipe. I saw REM back in the 1900s. And, okay, this would have looked good. It would have looked good. Okay, I just wanted you to know that. But I like this. I saw REM back in the heyday. I saw them in and again, I want to come down here. I want that to be in the lower half of this design. Saw REM in the Green album tour. The orange album, was it called Green? With Stand and Pop Song 89. And I will never forget being so shocked at how good he is live. Like his vocals are so good. Like he is an amazing singer. And boy, that was a great show. Oh, yep. I think I was living in Texas at the time, and saw him at Reunion Arena in the Big D. And that was the only time I ever saw REM. My husband has seen them a number of times because, for whatever reason, in the 1980s, probably because they were very big in Minneapolis before they broke big, and they toured here a lot, and they played First Avenue, I believe, a number of times. And yeah, my hubby saw them when their first album came out, and he likes to lord that over me. He's like, well, you went and saw them after they were big. And I'm like, that's right. Damn straight. But great band. Great, great band. Okay. We're going to pop this down, and I can't really line it up the way I want to with the ruler because of, well, maybe. This is all visual. Boy, someone's going to get a really cute card. I'm a little jealous of whoever wins this. I might have to, oh, I can, because the L and the E are on the same baseline. Yes. So cute. Oh, I love it. Kristina, I'm going to have to text her a picture of this when it's over. You know what song I love on, I think it's on Automatic for the People. It's called Half a World Away. You want to listen to a great song today? Listen to Half a World Away. It's so good. I played it like 3 times in a row because I forgot how good it was. Okay, I'm going to grab some of the Plumberry enamel dots, and we're going to pop these on. Oh, Joanne Archer, go on, tell me more. We'll do a quick design review. Now, these are nice because they're dark and they're going to look kind of cool. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'll take... like these are self-adhesive, which is nice because if you don't love where they are, you can just sort of, pop them off and no one will know. I'm just going to loosely place them. I loved using these on my other card. Oh, I love that song too, Drive. It's such a, they were just so good. They're so good. Maybe one there. And then maybe we'll take a little, I don't know if I want anything on here, but hold tight because it could be kind of cute just to say maybe one there. Again, I'm not pressing so that if I want to take them off, I can. The beauty of a self-adhesive dot, but you know how I like to kind of frame out a greeting. We could come out this way too and pop a little tiny one up top. I am not booping with this. I'm so sorry. Forgive me when there's no glue. Boop. How about that? Just really simple. Don't need nothing up there. Don't need nothing. Yeah, I like it. I'm going to press. Press, 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 and press. They are affixed, and that is our finished card project for today. Ah! Okay, I love this card. I don't want to give it away, but I'll make another one. Let's see. I'm going to say, let's do our quick little design review, shall we? So basically what we have here is we have a monochromatic color scheme. If we pull out our color wheel today, we're really sort of, Plumberry is really it's in red violet more than anything, because look at this dark shade down here. So when you move up and you tip a little bit into pink where the briar rose is, the briar rose really falls more into that red violet tone as well. So it's very monochromatic, but it's kind of cool how you can take 3 colors to do a monochromatic design, right? You don't have to just have one. Look for a couple colors in your collection that are light, medium, and dark in that same tonal range, and you can do the same thing, right? You can do the same thing. We have basically what is an asymmetrical design. So if we take, and again, I've been wanting to make a, you know what? I'm making this note right now because I'm going to forget. I want to design a grid overlay for when I am talking about these things, because it would be nice for me and nice for you. So let's say our card is cut directly in half. What you have on the left is not a mirror image of what is on the right, both in terms of the design, the leaf is not symmetrical, but also just what's taking up space. So here it's going up a little higher, there's a little less over here. If you cut it in half this way, there's more on the bottom than on the top. So that is what asymmetry is. When you have something that's symmetrical, what you have on either side really does mirror and match, okay? So asymmetrical always means it's a little cattywampus, it's a little off, but that is not a bad thing in design. Catherine, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. And well, thank you. You are my number, you're not my number 1, but let's put you on the list, shall we? I love that. We also have repetition of our colors. So out here with our spatter, we're picking up the same colors from the design itself. The repetition continues with the base here. The Plumberry is repeated. And we repeat white and white to create that instant visual connection, and it has a lot of pop. We're repeating our little shapes here, but also the color again. And we have a lot of glorious white space on this design by not giving a crop here and not matting it on a panel. So this really does feel expansive and large, and that's not a bad thing in design. So that is our design review. I actually created in my videos now, I paid a dude, I hired a dude to do the new logo animation. So you're gonna see that with the sound effect in all my videos, hopefully all of them going forward. And then I also did my own little animation that just goes design review, because I think it's cleaner for me to separate the end of the actual production of the video with the design review. And the reason I'm adding those in is that you're not necessarily going to learn brand spanking new techniques from me. I'm not a technique girl, I'll leave that to Amy Rasabi, who's out there, or like Jennifer McGuire is going to teach you things that are going to blow your mind. But I know design, and I feel like if I can find a way. There's a FaceTime coming through. I can't take that one. That's not, I can't, just no. But I can share design tips, and I think they're helpful, and if they help you, The more you know, the more confident you are when you sit down to design a card and pull these elements together and you think to yourself, all right, do I have repetition? How do I place things? Where is this going to make the most sense? Now, if I had my grid overlay, which is 2 lines this way and 2 lines that way, that's where you could see the placement for You Are Loved really does fit in that. The start and splits on the lower half, but it's leaning into the lower third. I'm going to make that. I have to find some laser printable acetate or inkjet. That's on my list to do. Hopefully I'll do that and we'll have that good to go. So upcoming, first things first, you can enter to win this card over on my blog. The link is in the description. Just leave a comment. I will pick a winner within a week. I say that, I try to make that deadline happen, but you know, what are you going to do? And then I have a link in the description to the new Concord and Ninth release. You can check it out, but also I encourage you to look through your inks, right? Do you have a trio that you could blend on something you have in a stencil? You know, just do monochromatic, but do it in such a way that you do have different shade ranges because you have different colors in those tones. And I also will call my son. Thank you, Joanne Colombo. And I will end the poll really quick so you can all see. Let's see here. How do we end the poll? We go end poll. That way you can see the numbers. And I'll have a video for you tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's video, what is the theme? It's on scraps. It's on using scraps. And well, that'll be fun. I'm sharing a bit more about my scrap storage, which is not earth-shattering, but it's kind of fun. The cards are fun, and it's me making a card out of scraps. And yes, Anne, I will link to that video. Don't leave a comment, though, because I don't want him to know that I shared, because it's for a radio station here in the Twin Cities, and some of it might scare you. That's all I'm saying. So for now, thank you for being here today. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go make lunch. I'm going to take pictures of this card, and I will see you back here with another card project soon. Bye. Thanks so much for joining me today for my live stream. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you, so hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a few more videos you might be interested in checking out. Thanks for watching and have a great day.